It's week 6 of the NFL, and we've got a showdown in the NFC West. It's the Cards and the Rams, next on Madden Football.
And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. They overload him that time on a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Taken in at the 11. And he will finally go out of bounds just shy of the 40. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Cardinals' great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Murray. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. So, Charles, you look at this offense and really at least a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I'd be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They fake the handoff, now Murray. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man.
Let's go. Do it. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. He'll try again, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. And the last drive, their 1st drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt, they're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Stafford. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well, and they took the shot downfield.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cards are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. And now the Cardinals are going to go for 2 here. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually had 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for L.A.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Odell Beckham, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point splits the uprights. And this is back to an 8-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here are the Cardinals to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat of this ball game as well. Murray now on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
It's now 2nd and 6. At the 29-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Into the secondary, past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Under a minute to go. Clock running at a back-and-forth first quarter of play. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. This is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Getting set to go again, Matthew Stafford trots back onto the field. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
A loss of 2 brings up 3rd and 10.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big conversion there for the Rams on 3rd down.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 24, Stafford. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Van Jefferson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Point after, right down the middle. And this is back to an 8-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they feel really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
They'll start on the ground with Harris. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
You know, following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I'd redouble my efforts, I'd go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. His throw incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. He's certainly not been
afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. First down now, but the clock continues to move. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He completes it to Beckham. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On first down, Stafford here. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To the air again, Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Cup. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A gain of 6 there on first. 2nd and 4. They can still get a first down without scoring. Here's Stafford. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. Touchdown, Rams. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Rams get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Well, surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this has happened good. And this is now a 1-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis.
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
They'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. First down, Murray. And this one complete to Smith. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On play action, it's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath and just like that, on we head to half number 2.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Murray. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. 75 yards.
And the Cardinals come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is up to 8.
Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
And talk about a quick answer. This looked like a missed assignment. You'd think someone would be able to rein him in after he makes this catch. But he's so slippery in the open field, he's able to take it.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
They'll go again here with Akers.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Stafford. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals.
And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The 20, 10, and finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A huge play there for Arizona. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Harris.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Damian Harris, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now.
36.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was Damian Harris who finished things off with a touchdown run.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Now it's Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just lob one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Starting the ball inside the 5, start on the 5, on the 10. They should be ready to go.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play fake. Murray. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And they're going to speed things up here.
1st down, Cardinals.
Murray now on 1st down. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st down, Arizona.
Now Murray again. He'll let this go for the end zone. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
On 2nd down, it's Harris. Pushes him over. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
He's brought down at the 31. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Back now here on EA Sports. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. Now Murray off play action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
There goes a deep ball, end zone, and incomplete on the deep ball. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Stafford. And he's got this to Jefferson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Akers. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. The extra point up and good as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Murray's throw complete there to Smith. And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Sliding out of the pocket, letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So Matthew Stafford in the offense. Down by 16. A minute 50 to play. Back to throw. Stafford. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Byron Murphy. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Back to throw it. Murray. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And a look now at Nelson, who remains down. He appears to be shaken up a bit. Well, he gets attended to. He'll step aside. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Rondale Moore with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cardinals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
So pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Rams ready to go on offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Stafford's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. A big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation. They keep the football. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack. And they fail on the try for 2.
I know we can sit up here and dance around it a little bit. But going for 2 in this situation... somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you just say, well, my kicker's hurting this spot. No. Okay.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there for L.A. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Stafford down to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still downfield.
Yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point forthcoming. Now that shaves a bit off the lead. It's now a 23-point game. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Staying on his feet. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Well, that wasn't a completion, but it wasn't a sack either. So the good takeaway, able to extend the life of the play. Normally you would think he'd just take off and run downfield. He was trying to find an open receiver, unable to do so.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. But Charles, it's one...